I tweeted this out. How do y'all feel about Goto winning the IWGP World title? So Hiroki Goto is the IWGP World Champion, right? Some people are like, who the f- is that? Some people don't care. Just keeping everyone up to date. He's a bit of a ledge, and yeah, he won the title. So we're keeping an eye on New Japan. Go and watch this. They had a good, I don't know, man. Gabe Kidd was cooking over there again with Tsuji. Y'all got to check that stuff out. Moving along here. Nixon Newell, aka FKA Tegan Knox, okay, reveals that she had been incredibly sick during 2024, the months before her release, which is likely why she wasn't on TV. So that sucks. Not a fair shake. And a lot of people, oh, why aren't they using her? Da da da. But also, she didn't really connect with me. And like, I wasn't a big Tegan Knox person. I didn't really care for her. Good in ring, but just wasn't overly a fan. You know what I'm saying? So let's listen to what she had to say, though. Nixon Newell here.
Maze of communications. I think it just got lost in transcript and stuff like that. But I think unnecessary time off started with a necessary time off, if that makes sense. Like, I needed that second to try and figure out what was going on. And then when we kind of figured it out, I was on medication. I could have come back and I was just never brought back from that, you know? So being released wasn't a surprise at all. Even before that, I didn't expect to be there that long anyway. You know, I thought I was going to be released a lot sooner.
Did you get?
So she's thankful, but she's bummed, and I don't want to be like, oh, she's coping, but you kind of know, dude. You kind of know. It's happened to me too, where you're just kind of like, man, I'm gonna go on this vacation. Like, I'm gonna take this week off that I know I'm not getting. Like, it just might not work out after that, type thing. Sometimes when you're done, you're done. But here's the thing, TNA, just go there. I promise they'll book you correctly. She could team up with Spitfire or whatever the team against them, fight Tessa, all sorts of. Just go there. Don't get lost in the shuffle anywhere else. If she showed up in TNA, I think that would be a great move for her. Now, I know a lot of people think, oh, there's hesitation because the WWE stuff, but I've been proven wrong as well. Like I was saying, people like Nick Nemeth and probably won't show up in the crossover, but Johnny Curtis showed up. Fandango, so I would head to TNA.
That kind of, have you, what were the conversations like when it came to that? With kind of, did you get to speak to anyone like sort of Triple H, Shawn Michaels, anyone on that level, or was it just
not really? Like, I spoke to,
or you be that person who goes, I'm gonna go to GCW or like maybe MLW, maybe not MLW, because that's still sort of like a thrown together. They own the fact they're just like an indie, but they are story based. There's a lot of story going on there, which is why they're doing better. But just be that person who's like, I'm going to go carry GCW on my back right now. Yeah, they're doing better attendances than AEW. I'll go do better attendances than AEW with GCW, and then I'll go negotiate with TNA, or I'll go get my job back at WWE or whatever, or I'll go negotiate with AEW then. Boom.
Because I tried to go back to NXT for a little while. That was in the works as far as I know, and then nothing. And then a couple of weeks later, I got released. So I don't know if it was just a case of, we have nothing for her, let's just send her on her way. Which, it's a business at the end of the day. I'm completely cool with it. Like I said, I expected it. Yeah. It's completely fine. Like, I'm not butthurt. I have no excuses. Like, I don't think there's anything.
So funny how butthurt's just like a common word used now.
I was pitching. There's nothing on my end that I could have done differently. I just think it was wrong time for me to come back. If they had nothing, if that makes sense, like nothing bad on them at all. I'm incredibly grateful they brought me back. But I just think it was the wrong time on.
Yeah, I just don't think they had anything for her. And yeah, that's all it is. It's all about time, opportunity. And we just, like I said, we just saw Fandango back. Okay. You can come back. They always come back. But yeah, shout her out and shout out Alistair McG in Metro UK. So we have federal prosecutors, and I put this in miscellaneous because Vince isn't with WWE, pal. and he might go start his own Fed now. Now I think it could happen in Saudi or something. Now, legit. But federal prosecutors have dropped their criminal investigation into Vince McMahon over alleged misconduct cover-ups with no charges filed. And basically, this is via the New York Post. And if you look into this more and more, I didn't bookmark every little thing, but basically, yeah, there's no criminal charges or anything. And they found for sure that there's no, basically the timeline doesn't add up. So it's like legitimately Triple H had no knowledge, basically. Like he's vindicated all of the people like in WWE that are still remaining there. Like everyone who left, yeah, those people knew, right? Everyone who's there, they had no idea, and it's basically been proven, I guess. I keep saying basically because I'm not good with the law, basically, right? I'm basically a basic dumb, basically with the law stuff, right? So, I don't know, but it's been dropped. I was reading a bit about it. Maybe I should get Dose on here. Maybe I'll do a pod with him or something to break it down. I'll give him a day to analyze everything. Yeah, that's what I'll do, and I'll like record one and drop it. Not like Vince. Pause. No Vince, you know. Yeah, there's no cover-ups from WWE and all of that. It was just Vince was spending company money. People didn't know. Which is what's, you know, the crazy thing is like Harvey Weinstein was doing crazy. I keep bringing it to that because that's what Tony Khan compared it to. And people did know about it. Everyone's like, yeah, we knew about it, but people didn't, like, we didn't realize there was like abuse. Everyone just thought it was, oh, he's dating all you know what I mean? He casts all the young actresses in town type thing. So they all bury their head in the sand too. Now we don't cancel everyone who's ever made a Miramax film or watched a film produced by the Weinstein brothers, right? That's like every movie in the early 2000s. That was every movie, bro. You know, so we don't like, not everyone, you can't point fingers at everyone ever. And so that's why it was that they were doing that to Triple H and all of them. It's like, I think they really got rid of everybody who knew stuff just to give them the benefit of the doubt and to see how the culture, like, if all the reports were, yo, WWE's still toxic, people are unsure, and the shows are being rewritten at the last minute, and people want out, like everyone's bummed. Nixon Newell is bummed that she just got released from WWE. People are upset when they get released from WWE, but they're incredibly thankful now. Whereas before it was like, let me out of here, escape this prison. So if that doesn't speak volumes to how the culture and how everything has shifted drastically in a short amount of time, I don't know what else there is. But then to point pictures at Triple H, people like Tony Khan's friend, lifelong friend, BJ Bethel, going literally posting blueprint schematics of the WWE HQ and being like, Triple H had, you know what I mean? He knew about the design of the building, like hidden trap doors, like it's Clue. Trying to put that on these people when Triple H and Stephanie were like, we're out, when they discovered this and it came to light. Come on, man. Get out of here, man. So yeah, and Vince out of here too. But like, okay, no criminal investigation. I don't want to hear no Vince sympathizers like he should come back. I don't want to hear none of that. And I don't want to hear no complaining about Vince and WWE anymore, dude. They don't know. It's time to move on, okay? We all got to move on. Period, point blank. I don't want to hear people crying about this anymore. Okay, we always say let's stick to the wrestling here, right? Okay, take all the controversy out of it. Vince, I'm glad he's gone. He was spread too thin. He's getting old and senile. He's out of touch. He doesn't know what's working. We can break it down on the artistic level too. I don't want his booking back. I don't want his characters back. I don't want all of that, you know? So, you know, take all the controversy out of it. Just no, we need Vince out of there. He was ruining WWE. Ultimately, it's just, let's move on. That's what I say. So speaking of moving on, man, soft ground Uganda wrestling. So a powerful reminder that growth, transformation, and greatness often require us to let go of our attachment to comfort, constant gratification. Thanks to the generosity of Cody Rhodes, SGW now has its own ring, while the soft ground arena remains in-ring. Matches are coming. Like on the soft ground arena, in-ring matches are coming. So I don't like that they're going to wrestle in a ring from now on. I know that they're saying it's going to stay in the soft ground arena, but what made it cool was that they were wrestling in the mud. And so now it's just like a Fed with a ring. And what's next? A Titantron? No, I'm joking. It's cool. It'll hopefully produce some people. But basically, you know, we've had Duke Loves Wrestling come on the show and go at, you know, the SGW people. And I will say this, they did get a ring. Now, whether it's from Cody Rhodes or not remains to be seen. And here's the other thing. You know, Duke did say you won't ever see Cody co-sign that again. Like, it doesn't matter how much he tags them or Will Ospreay, they won't acknowledge it. So if anyone can update me, if Cody Rhodes retweets this and is like, you guys are welcome and da-da-da, let me know. I have no idea if he has. I didn't sleuth it out yet. If someone has evidence of that or could check his Twitter quick, please go and do it. That would be awesome. Oh, yeah, and we have this show on. No, I'm not even paying attention. That would be awesome. But they have a ring, so I don't know how they got it. I don't know if they did this to shut the haters up. I don't know if there was really just a whole whack of problems. Now, beyond Duke coming on the show and saying his stuff that he's, you know, his expose, if you will, which I implore you all to check those out. I had other people reach out to me behind the scenes that are recognizable names in SGW, not currently, but people that went viral in SGW before. I'll leave it at that. I don't know if I said it on the show, so I don't want to say it again if I didn't, but reach out to me too to be like, yeah, I want to come on the pod and like talk more about this. It just didn't line up. They're in another part of the world as well, so it just, I don't know, there's communication there, but you know, it is what it is. They got a ring though, so I want to talk to somebody. You know, I want to know what's up with it. What's up with that, as the Hurricane would say, because again, I don't know, man. I have no idea if people did get scammed now, right? I don't know about all of this now. I don't know. Where's my Lex Luger thing? Yeah, that's why I don't know. So I keep my mind open to this, and I talk to other people who know. So my take is I don't know, and I'm admitting it, Meltzer. Okay, you see that? And yeah, I want to talk to somebody about this or someone. So I'm going to send some DMs out eventually. I just saw this today. And shout them out, man. If they're really getting rings, and that was Cody, amazing. Just like I said when I saw the announcement initially. So before we talked about the Vince McMahon scandal a little bit. And so the Observer had this to say that the documents noted that the belief was there was 2 company employees besides McMahon and McDivitt who had came out on the Grant case was involved in the negotiations with her, who would have at least some knowledge of the NDA. As the government notes, knowledge within the company appears to have been strictly confined to 2 employees who had some limited knowledge of certain facts surrounding the agreements, but were not aware that the company was a party to them. The case also mentions that neither of the 2 would be from either the company's legal or accounting departments. So Ref MJ from NJ says, you know, curious how the very fine people at Post Wrestling and WrestleNomics and others who have sworn up and down people knew and did nothing will spin this one. Does SkyTel Wrestling still log on to X, or has he embarrassed himself off it by now? I'm sure somewhere BJ Bethel, that's Tony Khan's friend, is heartbroken to have all his conspiracy theories busted by his mentor over at Wrestling Observer, who failed to actually know anything as an insider all those years when it came to Vince and Kennedy McMahon. So MJ just cooked him, dude. Can we get an air horn for that? Like, come on. And again, we're not defending Vince, Chad, or anybody who's in here like, oh, we're not defending Vince. It's just we're defending the people who had nothing to do with it that got weeded out. Anyways, so Mrs. Cornette said, this is extremely hard. Our baby is gone. We are deeply heartbroken. She passed this morning at home comfortably. Smoochie, mommy and daddy will forever be thankful for you and your love. Rest beautiful baby girl, forever our love, Quinn Rooney. Harley Quinn, R.I.P. I'm sure, all dogs go to heaven, as they say. So I don't know if that's the appropriate thing to say now, but just best wishes and prayers or whatever you know what I mean? The best energies to Castle Cornette right now. According to Bill Alfonso, Bret Hart was so over in 92 that the LA rioters stopped battering the shit out of people while he was buying a Coca-Cola. Guys, pause. A Coke, not Coke, a Coca-Cola at 7-Eleven.
Los Angeles, I was looking out the window, and I could still see buildings smoking, from the fact that they burned down the buildings and all kinds of shit, the riots and all that. And, it's different when you see it on TV than you see it in person. But so we get to the LA arena. And then I think they told Vince to cancel the show, but Vince said, no, I'm not going to cancel the show. I got, 5,000 people who have paid their tickets. They want to see us wrestle. So we did the show, and I rode with Bret and his brother after the show back to the hotel. And this was the police.
Okay, well let's hurry it up here, Alfonso. We'll get to the
All
point.
the
No.
superstars played from the Lakers, and the cop said, "Whatever you do, don't stop from here, from the LA arena. I mean, from the Los Angeles Forum. Don't stop." So I said, "Okay, thank you." Where we see you, we go in there. You know what I mean? And there's all kind of people, white, black, but there's tension,
Mm-hmm.
But luckily enough that Bret was recognized. Hey, the Hitman! So we were over, so we had no problem. You know what I mean? The brothers were glad to see us.
You actually was bridging the gap there at the right time.
So it was all good. So that was one story, but he was a great guy.
Yeah. People always talk about how Bret Hart's like super over in the black community and stuff like that. So I mean, I don't know. He was just so over. Like people argue he's the GOAT. He's the catalyst for the Attitude Era. Like Stone Cold, it wasn't even because of him the Attitude Era was ushered in. Like they say, like it was because of Bret Hart and what he was doing. Yeah, the Jersey J Cup. We got two of our guys here. A non-tournament match. On night 2, Feb 16, Gabe Kidd versus Mance Warner, GCW, JCW. So outside of New Japan, Gabe Kidd's spreading out. Let's go. So here we go. We're going to listen to Jim Cornette. This was tagged to me maybe more than any video ever. I'm going to get a yellow flag for this. We're going to play it because might as well. And yeah, this is Jim Cornette burying Jungle Boy to not Kendrick Lamar's Not Like Us.
Can you give me a beat? Subliminal, lyrical, rap megastar, cynical. Here's Johnny Cornette Lamar, Jungle Jack, son of a TV star. Who the you think you are? I'm hearing those jungle drums. Used to hang around with chimpanzees. What is his gimmick? He's a homeless bum, poo flinging, swinging in the trees.
Hey,
He's going to sit in one of those little kid seats. Jungle Jack wanted to use broken glass, real glass. The medical staff said, we don't think you ought to do that. This is where this clown's head's at. Lil Jack got his panties in a bunch, so it was brought to CM Punk. He said, we don't do that on Saturday night. They're going to Wembley. He grabbed him by the goozle pipe. Real glass.
Grabbed him by the goozle pipe. Dude, when David Arquette got stabbed with the real glass in Minecraft YouTube, but like in, that wrestling match. It was a wrestling match, guys, but guys. Yo.
Click. He did not punch a person. He choked one little nitwit. Curly-headed, entitled little prick. What you think he was going to do? Ride me a river. Mine for wrestling a slug in a sewer. You're not a TV star. You're tired. What the? He looks like a minor.
Oh, no.
Jungle Boy sucks. Jungle Boy sucks.
Oh
Jungle
my
Boy
God,
sucks.
Amazing.
Jungle Boy sucks. Jungle Boy.
Yo, chat, this is amazing. I'm getting yellow flagged for this. Chat, I'm gonna have to clip this and put it on Patreon.
Sucks. Jungle Boy sucks. Don't run your yap. Don't go around and find out. Jungle Jack. What, you gonna do something about it? Yeah, apparently. Oh my God. He grabbed me. Tony ended up firing his biggest star. Punk should send Jack off a Christmas card. Look in my eyes. What do you see? CM Punk to the WWE. What's Jack Perry gonna do? Tony, fire the little goof. Arrogant knob. Indie nitwit. Here's your contract, Jack. Rip, rip, rip. Tony.
Here's your contract. Rip, rip, rip. Yes.
He made me mad. Send him another check, but don't let him come back. Jungle Boy sounds fake and like a dork. Runs and hides because he doesn't like to talk. homeless Jack living in a box under an overpass on cocaine, shot into space. Jack is slapping himself in the face. He's ready to get butt by Sonato, the Cucamonga Kids, Mr. Okada, and the independent legal team. They get through a bucket of Vaseline. Hey, scapegoat, Nanny Goat, Billy Goat, Rick. Hey, Sweet Chin Music, you're a kid. Hey, he caused the thing with CM Punk, which he did. Hey, this place is a joke, you're a clown, and I quit. Hey, he's got very feminine hips. Hey, he might look good in a bikini, bitch. Hey, Jesus, I'd want to snatch him around the neck. Hey, bland, boring, mumble mouth direct. Hey. Jungle Boy sucks. Jungle Boy sucks.
This is amazing, man. Holy
Jungle Boy sucks. Jungle Boy sucks. Jungle Boy sucks. Jungle Boy sucks. Look at all that he directly caused. Punk doesn't have to put up with these children anymore. Hey, 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 scared for his life. Hey, 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 scared for his life. Punk can still be on our show. The incident at Wembley. Oh no. Hey, 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 scared for his life. Hey, 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 scared for his life. Yo, BW. Yo,
oh yes, OV. Yo, say OVW.
BW. Step this way. Step that way. Step this way. Step that way.
Jungle Boy is a bell end.
And then just the ending with the last dude. Jungle Boy is a bell end. Like, what a ending to it, too. Yo, round of applause to whoever made that. Oh, my God. And for miscellaneous news, air horns for fucking... So Nathan Frazier just throws it out there and goes, one day Fraxium will face the Hardy Boys and the world will rejoice. So, and they're just in front of TNA Impact shit, cutting promos. We're going to get the Hardys and Fraxium title for title. And I think we'll see Fraxium be the team that defends across both shows. Now, it's crazy to me that Frazier's a guy that Dave's like, oh, he's the best ever. He's just on another level. And then a kid, a.k.a. Axiom as well, even though he's a good-looking kid, right? They're like, okay, how do we make this guy different? Throw him in a mask. I don't know how they came up with that and why they thought of it, but it does work. Like, it makes him more interesting. Them as a team, I remember when they were first teamed up, I didn't really get it. I didn't really care for it. You know, it was that Kurt Angle Benoit sort of thing where they're competing against each other, but then they team up and you're like, okay, I'm down. But I didn't really get it with these two. But now I get it. It just has won me over time, and they've been just reigning NXT tag champs. I think if anyone's going to be a dual belt holder, and I know that the Hardys, like we have the belts, you know, the Rascals. I think if anyone's going to win both belts at once, it'll be Fraxium because they're already doing double duty. They're already showing up at both stuff. You know, the live, whenever TNA goes live, Fraxium will show up because that's easier for their schedule as opposed to like making tapings or whatever. I could totally see them winning both. I would love to see a TNA NXT invasion, do a Worlds Collide pay-per-view, hand out some trophy, and then from there, make it an invasion, okay? Where both shows just start invading each other for different gripes coming out of Worlds Collide. That's what they got to do. And at Worlds Collide, they got to have a battle royal, all that, and they got to build into next year WWE wise, talking as far as like the Raw after Mania, that's next year for WWE, right? Their year ends the night Mania ends. That is the next year for wrestling fans, right? We all operate on 2 years, right? We get 2 birthdays too, bro. It's like, no. But when their year begins again on that Raw after Mania, that next year should be dedicated to NXT TNA invasion, building up to like Worlds Collide and then TNA invasion, bro. It's still the best selling, most viewed. People said it too. I saw someone tweet it out, like the fact we didn't get a WCW, ECW versus WWF THQ invasion game is a travesty. We should have gotten that. Yeah, it will work with NXT TNA. It will build so much interest, and I think they're building towards that. But but then it sucks because then you have to fuse the belts together and then NXT and TNA become one, or you just don't do that. You just end it with, I don't know how you end it, but you end it where they separate and then you don't really see crossovers for a while, you know? Or else they just absorb it or something. Who knows? We're fantasy, Mark. Maybe, yeah, the reason they're not doing that is because, but who knows? Does the Hardys go on NXT on a PLE, or do they do that on a TNA pay-per-view? I think they do it on a TNA pay-per-view. I don't think the Hardys are going to be in NXT. I don't think that's something we see. Maybe on the build-up, we see them come out and like cut a promo, but as far as a match, I don't know, man. I just think WWE's a little, they're probably past that. Maybe do a Legends deal, get them in the games and use their IP and stuff. You know, do like 2K26. Oh, we have the Dudleys and the Hardys and it, you know, talking about their matches or something, maybe something like that down the line. But I don't see the Hardys like having a run in WWE, not even in NXT, even though we all kind of want that to happen and the Hardys want that to happen. But anyways, let's listen to Fraxium on, I'll just leave it small on the side here so we don't get Don Stevens by TNA and Anthem and all of that. But yeah, they call out the Hardys.
Tus sueños son mentiras que algún día dejarán de serlo. And I don't know about you, my friend, but I have accomplished one of my childhood dreams here. I have wrestled for TNA.
Hey, me too, amigo. Hey, look, we face some tough competition out here, though.
Yeah.
The Nemeth brothers, the Rascals. It does beg the question, though. Is this the best that this place has to offer, or what?
Hello, Fraxium. You guys are killing it, man. We're big fans.
We enjoy your work and congratulations. You guys have had an amazing run. Hopefully one day our paths will cross and you will see who the best is.
Yeah, and when we're out there in any pro wrestling dimension, the energy shifts. Hopefully you two will experience that someday.
Hope to see you guys soon.
One day.
One day, yeah, dude. Let's see it in a ladder match. You know what I'm saying? That's the way to do it. Because I know other teams might want to get those straps or whatever, but yeah, the Hardys and Fraxium, title for titles, all hanging above that, or even just the TNA belts. That's the problem, man. Like, people want to see Joe Hendry, John Cena, but that means John Cena's gotta win. Or Joe Hendry win. No, you can't have Hendry beat Cena, bro. You know? Or if he does, it can't be. Again, these crossovers are so intriguing. They've created it again, folks. We're winning. Wrestling is winning. They've created that intrigue. I'm sitting here going, who would win, Hendry, the world champ, or the WWE legend, Cena? Ladies and gentlemen, that was TNA News. Round of applause. And round of applause for Krager, who got me that Jim Cornette, Dave Meltzer thing for later.